Joe Budden and crew talk LA Reid, who was recently fired from his position at Epic Records. Joe goes on to tell the fellas that LA Reid has done nothing but spend money at the labels he has worked for in recent years. Check it out.
Are we all tired of the LA Reid story? I know I've been adamant in it, and I've spoken with lots of conviction.
There's a creepy thing going on with this show, man. Like, we talk about shit on here, man, and it comes to fruition, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on?
And that LA Reid shit that Joe was talking about came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
it's not even like he was in the news. Joe just wanted to hate someone. I don't even think Joe hates LA Reid. I just think he needs to find someone to dislike.
Yeah. No, that's my theory. True. That's not true. Y'all know that my brain is multi-layered. Y'all know I'm obsessive. You know I'm a deep thinker.
AKA you're crazy as bad.
However you want to put this.
I put LA Reid. I thought I've explained this, why I'm so adamant in my position, fam.
You made a lot of sense with it, though. But again, it's the way you say things.
I understand in my tone.
Yeah, it's the way you say
my
things.
delivery.
Yeah,
I get that part.
Absolutely.
Once all you sucker-ass niggas get past that, the message be loud and clear.
I agree.
Now I never would have correlated him losing money everywhere he went to hiring strippers and hoes on the company dime.
I mean, that's a regular.
And I'm not kind of mad at that.
Right.
I'm not mad at that. But no, you can't do that, and you can't do that and be in charge of the bags. See, because this is the problem. You're in charge of everybody's bag. You're in charge of the company bag.
Right. No one has challenged you on this information you're getting that he's lost money at every place. You just keep saying, look it up. Where do I look it up? Where do I see that LA Reid lost money at every place he went to?
Tell me why Arista Records no longer exists, because I can tell you.
Because they signed shitty artists in the last few years.
That's not true. That's not true. They signed great artists. They did nothing with them.
Okay, Def Jam's still afloat with artists that LA was behind and pushing and signed.
Let's talk about it.
Rihanna, Young Jeezy.
Oh, stop. LA Reid had zero to do with Rihanna coming to Def Jam.
Okay,
signing Rihanna coming to Def Jam.
You're right. But developing her into the pop star that she is now.
I was on Def Jam when Rihanna got to Def Jam. LA Reid didn't have a fucking thing to do with Rihanna coming to Def Jam.
Okay, I'm just saying.
All right, so
fuck the signing. No. Fuck the signing part. Let's stay at Rihanna. Making her into a pop star.
Okay.
LA Reid all day.
Okay, I'm rolling. Not really, but I'm with you. You have to give him some credit because he was there during the tenure.
You give him some credit.
He was there during the tenure, but he had zero. He didn't steer no. Wait, hold up. When SOS, because I remember they tried to give one of those records to Christina Milian. That wasn't LA. LA Reid was not there during SOS. LA Reid was not there for Umbrella. So when you say that he broke Rihanna, I'm not rolling with that. Now, did he add to her career? I'm rolling. I mean, he was there. And he's a genius in R&B. I'm not hating that.
I think with Umbrella, of course, that pushed her to becoming a pop star, but her developing into Rihanna, not just a pop star. Like, Rihanna has that separation where she has that Madonna shit. Like, that happened when LA was steering the ship. Of course,
I won't argue that.
Hove signed Rihanna, et cetera, et cetera. Umbrella was a big record. It put her in the charts. That didn't make Rihanna. Umbrella, Good Girl, Going Bad did not make Rihanna.
No need to. I'm not.
Rated R made Rihanna to me. And that was LA Reid all day.
I won't argue against LA Reid.
But Joe's his beef wasn't with R&B with LA Reid. I think it was more
no. We I don't know if we had the
that is where my ultimate problem lie. But Rory made his point. He said nobody has challenged me. He wants to challenge me. Rory used to work for LA Reid. I forgot all about that and don't know too much about that. I just know about my experience with him, and that's what I base it on. So my experience with him and being there for that whole switch. Every so often, the entire industry does a whole shift. So that was a big deal when Kevin and Leor upped, and the whole industry played musical chairs. Warner, Universal, like that was the news.
Yeah.
So when LA got there, to go from golden era Def Jam, to LA, who just was fired, who just was the shit talk of the industry. Everybody in music, his name was Mud.
Right.
And he came. And we was a little worried about that. We was a little nervous there. Which is why they said, okay, he got to hire a hip-hop guy. He got to hire Hov. But anyway, my point is to go from Leor to L.A. is such a drastic change. And those changes implemented in the staple of hip hop.
Okay. Granted, I agree with you there. I agree with you there, but you have to look at where hip hop was at the time, and in my opinion, L.A. Reid might have been the better guy there because it wasn't the golden age anymore. It's not like Lior and L.A. switched and hip hop switched. Hip hop was switching already.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
What year did L.A. get there?
That was 05, 06? 05, 06?
05 might have been one of the biggest change years in hip hop history.
Yeah.
That might have been the biggest transition. 05 might have been the biggest transition from our typical East Coast shit that we loved to the South and the Snap movement. Music changed significantly in 05. And I think it was...
Okay, that's a good point. I'm rolling.
And I think LA, with which Universal was just doing in general, you have to put that in this factor as well. They had signed Justin Bieber. A lot of Def Jam artists were going to Island. Tayo Cruz was keeping the fucking lights on at Universal. Hip-hop wasn't doing it. Neo was popping at the time. They needed a guy that was more versed in R&B, not just hip-hop.
Which is perfectly fine until that gentleman starts calling the shots on the hip-hop side.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what Joe's whole thing was.
I think, but no, you got to take... I mean, he tried to hire people at the time that were hip-hop.
Shakir, God bless his soul, was amazing.
Yeah.
Somebody else was real amazing. I will say that. He had some amazing people.
So when he had that with Shakir, then obviously he wasn't the hip-hop guy. He got Lenny S. He got Sha Money. He was trying to grab people that he knew that hip-hop was his Achilles heel there, even though he had Outkast and fucking brought all of the Dungeon family to fruition. We'll just leave that to the side. He knew that. So he hired people that knew hip-hop. He was a good leader at the time. It just didn't pan out very well just because I think music in general didn't pan out very well.
In 3 different places?
I'm just talking about Def Jam right now.
Okay, so let's stay on Def Jam. So now you get to Def Jam, you change the entire business model, and underneath all of this,
music was changing.
There lie allegations of sexual misconduct.
Don't even want to talk about that.
Why?
Because we're talking about his legacy in music.
No, that's what you talking about. I'm talking about my experience with L.A. Reid.
Oh, well, if you
the information that I have received from L.A. Reid, why I view L.A. Reid like I talk about him, and it's very unlike you and the rest of the people that speak to his legacy. His legacy is cemented in music.
It's amazing.
We never got to talk about LaFace. There's nothing to argue. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to even debate.
Well, no, you also said off air to me that you were saying this not just with rap, with music, period. And I looked at you nuts.
No, I've never said that in my life. I've never said that in my life. I've never said in my life music, period.
I'm lying. But did you just snitch?
No.
He said off air to me, and then you said
something. Well, yeah, he didn't say it on there.
Snitching.
That's snitching there?
Yeah, I mean,
you said it was said off air, you brought it on
and then you
air.
brought it on air.
Damn.
Oh,
shit.
Listen, man. Fucking drop it. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Give me 20 minutes. Now we have to get the straight shit.
We got to get the fucking shit, man.
Oh, my God, this is terrible.
This is terrible.
Anyway, so what were we talking about just now? Oh, L.A. Reid. All right, so let's not touch that. But my experience there is you took the staple, you fucking put that shit in a blender, some other shit came out, a lot of people lost their jobs. I watched people that I love just be unemployed. He drove that building to shit, and they shipped his ass out of there too.
Yeah.
They shipped him the fuck out. So when I go sit down in front of L.A. Reid, and me just being passionate about hip-hop, and he starts giving me the spiel about how all of these Def Jam acts and songs have too many words in them, I feel a way about it. I do.
Well, it was again.
I do.
I don't care.
L.A. Reid said you were too wordy?
Not me.
Oh, okay.
He named us, it was a slew, and I won't get into it. But there were a lot of Def Jam acts, and you know what? You reap what you sow. Because at the time, the knock on Lyles and these niggas was, oh, y'all just keep giving deals to all the old niggas. Like, y'all gonna give fucking, like, LL always have a deal here. Like, Meth will always have a deal here. Like, certain niggas would always have. I think so.
They should. But
I think so, but I do understand the business side of it when you're on the decline or you're on the downside of your career. No offense to anybody. I understand it. So that was the knock there. So I'm all with new blood and doing things a different way. But that twist, and now to see where he is and what he is attached to, No. I don't credit LA for Khaled. I don't.
Well, I credit Khaled for Khaled. But having someone steering the ship,
so my point is,
that actually make the deal go through. Khaled can't sign a deal himself. It takes two people.
So my point is,
recognizing that and recognizing Travis and Future to bring. Because Epic was shit before he got there.
Khaled was with him on Def Jam.
I know.
He just brought the whole crew over there when they shipped his ass out.
Yeah, because they liked him.
No, because he fucking funnels the money to his niggas.
I'm sorry. What exec doesn't do that?
No, there's nothing.
Everyone in the world was at Atlanta.
Donald Trump is doing it right now, Rory. But my point is, you have to be able to do that.
Kaiser,
you have to be
Todd,
able.
we're all there.
Still, but you have to be able to do that and meet the quota. Everybody you just named.
I'm still wondering where you get this info. You're just saying it. You haven't proven it yet. You keep saying look it up. Where do I look it up?
Wait, time out. What is he saying that I'm not proving?
That he lost money everywhere he went.
What? Okay, you can Google why he is not at Def Jam. You can Google why he is not at Arista. And you can Google what is happening at Epic right now. Future is the flagship artist at Epic right this second. He just started selling records a second ago. He been the flagship there forever. Stop telling me about Epic and L.A. Reid's fucking greatness. Stop.
I don't think he's the flagship. Epic is Sony. That's a big label. There's a lot of other people other than Future on Sony.
What other rap acts?
You talking about
I looked them up. I looked them up. No, I'm talking about hip hop. I'm talking about rap.
Say hip hop because you didn't say hip hop.
I'm only talking about hip hop with LA. I know that's your man, Rory, but you got to start making.
LA is not my man.
You got to start making sense.
LA is not one. LA is not my man.
I'm only talking about hip hop.
You was not when we originally had this conversation. So now you're saying it's hip hop when you didn't say it before.
You're saying Rory shit you always say. You said I'm gonna try to argue it. Okay, all right, and I said you're gonna lose. I was there, and you said
and you didn't say hip hop. You didn't say hip hop.
And then he told me he was there, and I said, okay, I didn't know that. But I'm only talking about my experience. Okay. That's it. Nothing wrong. I mean, more will be revealed. You got to give time. We watching it unfold. That's all.
What do you give good music to? Strictly Kanye, or you think LA had anything to do with that?
I don't give any of that to L.A. Reid. Why do you give it to L.A. Reid?
Because he was the head of the company when it was created.
All right. Rory's nuts.
I'm not nuts because you get. All right, okay.
Yeah,
you give Leo Rockefeller? You give Leo Rockefeller?
No.
Oh, well, then there's plenty of things execs don't deserve credit for.
Why am I giving Leo Rockefeller? Tell me.
He was the head of the company at the time. He had a lot to do with that deal and what they were doing.
This is a conversation, unfortunately, we cannot touch. That'll be the only time I ever say this on this podcast. This one right here that you're trying to lead me to is the only one we cannot touch. So I'm not touching it. But I'm not giving Rockefeller to Leor, and I'm not giving good music to fucking L.A. I don't know what... All right, Rory's got an affinity for L.A.
No, I don't. We're just having a conversation.
All right, well,
I'm just talking about the other side.
So you think because he was just there that he had...
No, I'm saying if all the other execs are getting the credit for all these amazing clicks and acts while they were the head of the label, why does LA not get the same luxury?
But you're the person that said that. I never am crediting Leor Cohen for Rockefeller or Murder Inc. or Rough Riders.
Well, that is what made his era at Def Jam so amazing.
No. Then you got Leor fucked up.
Well, first of all, I don't have Leor fucked up, but I credit a lot of
added to his shit. But I don't think
what's his legacy?
Nobody is saying that Leor curated these clicks.
No, I'm not. Well, first of all, I'm not saying that. But he put them on a label together.
I give Leor credit because Leor was a forward thinker. So at the time, he was the only person brave enough to take on entire companies and wear it. So I give him that. That's why he's a genius. He put that faith in niggas when it was taboo to do in music. So I give him that. But Leor's greatness, I can speak to that all day. I don't want to get into that. L.A., I'm not giving him good music. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. What else you want to get this nigga? God damn it.
Young Jeezy.
What? I'm finished with this conversation.
Shakir brought him to L.A. and L.A. signed him. What are you talking about?
I'm finished with this.
All right, so then we're not giving any executive any credit ever. If that's the narrative you want to go with, we can't give any executive credit at all for anything that happens on a label. If you're leading the company and that's happening under you and you're approving everything on yes or no, you get credit for it. I give Lior credit for Rockefeller. I give L.A. Reid credit for Young Jeezy. Shakir brought him and said, yo, this guy is nice. L.A., yes, let's do it. Launched Jeezy's career. Rap music.
I have a totally different recollection of that entire chain of events that Rory speaks of.
All right.
What are these chains of events you speak of, Rory?
I don't remember that happening like that at all.
I mean, I get it, but I don't. It's a lot of.
L.A. Reid ain't have a fucking thing to do with Def Jam and then what was in the streets popping. He was nowhere near Def Jam when that record came out. Why are we crediting L.A. Reid?
Google is our friend. All right.
Google is our friend.
All right. In May 2004, Jazzy Fuss manager sent Jeezy's demo to Shakir, vice president and artist, A&R at Def Jam. Stewart fell in love with the demo, heard it, took it to L.A. Reid. Reid recognized the talent and gave Stewart the green light to sign it.
Jeezy was on Def Jam. Jeezy is a layover artist. When L.A. got there, Jeezy was there. That paperwork was happening.
I don't know about all that.
Let's Google when that record, when and then what hit the streets. Rory giving L.A. a lot of credit that he don't deserve.
I'm just arguing the other side.
What other side? I wish
that L.A. gets like some credit here. It just in music.
You giving L.A. All right, let's say that you're right because we ain't got time to Google. You giving L.A. credit for Shakir's greatness?
No, well, hiring someone so great to then bring Jeezy to him, yeah.
Which would be great.
That's what a leader does. He hires people that are talented to then bring him the talent. That makes sense,
Rory, if you're meeting the overhead. If you're meeting the overhead and you're meeting the quota, then you're right.
Well,
if you're doing all of these amazing things and you are hitting your mark quarterly.
This is 05, so we wouldn't know at that point. It was his first year.
I wish I could toss it to Nadeska right now.
That's funny.
Yo, how I wish I could just toss it to Nadeska right now.
So now that I'm done trying to make you understand that LA deserves some credit, I will say LA's legacy at Def Jam in a negative way was he's the reason why Def Jam has no longer had any artist development. They only know how to market stars because that's what LA was amazing at, was marketing stars.
Spending money, you mean?
So... Well, yeah,
spending money.
Takes a lot of money to do
spending money. He knows how to spend a lot of money.
Me too.
I think Big Sean.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how much of a genius you got to be to spend a lot of fucking money for a long time.
Big Sean did that all on his fucking own. They didn't give a fuck about Big Sean, and then all of a sudden, his shit popped, and they're like, "All right, well, let's do Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay." But no, there's no artist development over there, and I think LA was a big part of that. But I just also think that's where music was at the time. It was hard for labels to do artist development. They only knew how to spend money. But that was everyone. I don't think that was just LA. Spending money was the music business. Lior and Kevin did it. Everyone did it. They spent a shit ton of money. But Kevin and Lior adapted much better to it and found new ways, which makes them great.
I promised the listeners that for the next, let's say for the next few months, I refrain from speaking on L.A. Reid. I've said my piece. I'm on to the next. On to the next. I don't know who the next is,